Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I'm going to show you how to install the ICI Universal Rocker Panels. Okay guys, as you can see here, this comes with everything you need to get it on your truck. It comes with your rocker panel pieces. And you can see here that it has this 3M tape on the back of them, and that's going to get that onto the truck for you. Also has sandpaper, and I'll explain to you what that's for here in a bit. Your instruction sheet, and also your templates that you're going to use to cut out your U-cuts. So let's get this on the truck. Okay guys, so today we're going to be installing our U-cuts onto this F-150. However, because they are a universal fit rocker panel, that you can put these on pretty much any vehicle. So the first thing you want to do, however, is make sure that whatever you're putting it on is good and clean. Now we went ahead and cleaned our truck here today with some soap and water, got all the dirt off. The next thing you want to do is make sure it's good and dry, and then take something like acetone or MDK, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to rub down the whole area where we're going to be installing these. And we already know, because of the way ICI designs these, they're designed to run along your body line. So we know that our body line down is where we need to clean. So we're going to take our acetone, clean it, and then once that dries, then we'll use an alcohol like isopropyl or something like that to clean all the residue and stuff off. Now guys, once you get this all prepped and cleaned up, you've used your acetone on it, you've cleaned it with your isopropyl. The next thing you want to do, well, first of all, you want to make sure that you don't touch it again after that, because you'll get the oils from your body on it, and that's going to make it not stick well. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our template. Now, this template material, there's only enough in the kit to do one side. So what you want to do is make sure that you use as little of this as possible, and then most vehicles are designed the same on the other side as they are on this side. So once we get this one measured out, we should be able just to flip it over, and it should work for the other side as well. So let's get this one up here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put it up here and line it up with our body line, and that's where we want it. And then once we have it in place, then we're going to take some tape, and we're going to tape this template piece on here. And then once you have this template piece taped on here where you're going to want it, then you want to just kind of stand back, take a look, make sure everything looks straight and even. So we're going to take our black Sharpie and we're going to mark on our template the end of the door panel, and then do the same thing on the front. Just press it in there really good and get your mark on there where your door line is. Okay, once we have that marked, then what we're going to do is we're going to take this off and we'll connect the lines, and then you want to back up about 1/8 of an inch towards the inside, because you want 1/8 of an inch of paint reveal on both ends of your door. Once we have our marks made, we have our template off. One thing too guys, just to make sure so you don't get these mixed up, is to go ahead while you have it over there and mark it with a T for top and a DR for drivers, so that way we know where this goes. There we go. Now the next thing we're going to do then is we're going to mark out our spot here where we made our marks for our door area, and since we want 1/8 of an inch of reveal for our paint, we're just going to mark this back from this mark 1/8 of an inch. Do the same thing at the bottom. Then we're just going to take a straight edge and connect the two marks together. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other end. And then once that's marked, then what we're going to do is take a pair of household scissors, and we're just going to cut this off. And then we'll do the same thing to our other end. Okay, then once we have this cut, then what we're going to do is we're going to put this back up on our truck and make sure that it's exactly the way it's supposed to be before we attach it to our rocker panel piece that we're going to cut out to actually put onto the truck. So we have our piece, and we're just going to hold it up onto the truck here. So looks like we're in good shape here guys, so we're ready to attach this to our rocker piece and get it cut out to put on the truck. We know everything's going to fit nice, But what we want to do next is we want to take the little pieces of sandpaper that come with the kit and just sand the ends of these off a little bit. It takes all the roughness off of this, so that way when we lay it onto our rocker panel material, it will lay flat and nice, and we get a good edge and a good cut. So. Okay, that should take care of that part of it. So the next thing we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to take one of our rocker panel pieces and we're going to put it face down so as that the red backing is up towards you. And then we're going to put this onto here like so. And then what we want to do with this is we want to tape this to the back of this to hold it in place so we can make our marks without it moving around. All right, guys, we've got it taped to our piece here, so what we're going to do now is go ahead and take our Sharpie and just mark this on here and do both ends. Then we can remove our template from our panel piece. And then once we remove our template, we want to go ahead and mark our panel piece just so that way we know what's the top sides of this, so we know where to put it on, which way it goes on the truck, especially if both ends are kind of close in shape. Once we have that, then we can go ahead and cut this off. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this over back to our door, test fit it, make sure we've got this piece the way it's supposed to be. Also, something else to keep in mind here, guys, is that don't throw these pieces away that you cut off, because you can use these for some of the smaller areas on your truck as well. So let's test fit this and then we'll show you how to put it on. And hold it up on here where we're going to be attaching it. Make sure that we've got our cut right, that everything's going to fit the way it's supposed to or the way we want it to. And that looks good. We've got our 1/8 inch of paint reveal on both ends. So at this point, guys, we're ready to put this on the truck. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and peel this backing off and get ready to put this up on the truck here. Now, something to keep in mind is that this, the tape that this attaches with is actually a new technology pressure sensitive tape, which basically means that you can put it on here, and as long as you don't rub it down real hard or anything, you can actually take this thing off and on at least a couple of times before you're going to have any problems with it not sticking. So once we get it on here, if it's not quite right, we can peel it up and move it a little bit if we need to, and then once we have it where we want it, we'll rub it down real good, and then you just don't want to wash the vehicle for at least 48 hours afterwards, and this thing is going to be on here to stay. All right, we've got our backing off, so what we're going to do is go ahead and hold it up on here where we want it to go, and that right there, guys, is perfect. So what we want to do now then is just go from the top down all the way across, and then from the inside outward on both sides, and that'll help to remove any air pockets or anything that might be in behind it, and actually get this thing to stick on here really well. So there you go, guys. That's how easy it is to put these on here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead now and put the rest of them down the side of the truck here. You measure them, you cut them, and you attach them all the same exact way. So we're going to get those on, and then we're going to come back and show you what this looks like all on the truck. Okay, guys, we got our last piece on the truck, and boy, I tell you what, it really gives this truck something, adds a little bit to this thing. It looks great on here. It's going to help protect the body of this truck from, you know, we got these big tires on there, from rocks and things that might fly up and hit the body panels. Going to help this thing look good for a long time. So there you have it, guys. It's just that quick, simple, and easy to install the ICI Universal Rocker Panels onto your truck. So remember, until next time, happy motoring.